Hi guys! Today I'm going to go over questions 11 through 15 from the 2017 AMC8. Timestamps to each question will be provided in the description. Question 11 states, a square-shaped floor is covered with congruent square tiles. If the total number of tiles that lie on the two diagonals is 37, how many tiles cover the floor? Okay, so let's look at this. So we know that there's one tile that's only counted once. So if we add 1 to that 37 to make up for that tile, we get 38. If we divide 38 because of the 2, then we get 19. So the area of, or the number of tiles that cover the floor would be 19 squared, or 361, or C. Question 12 states, the smallest positive integer greater than 1 that leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by 4, 5, and 6 lies between which of the following pairs of numbers? Okay, to find the smallest positive integer that does that, you would first need to find the least common multiple of 4, 5, and 6. Least common multiple of 4, 5, and 6. And that is, first of all, 20, and then 3, so that equals 60. To find the least common multiple of three numbers, you just take it two numbers at a time. So find the least common multiple of 4 and 5 first, and then find the least common multiple of that and 6 to get 60. If you want the smallest positive integer to have a remainder of 1, you would just add 1 to this number to get 61. And that lies between 60 and 79, so D. Peter, Emma, and Kyler played chess with each other. Peter won 4 games and lost 2 games. Emma won 3 games and lost 3 games. If Kyler lost 3 games, how many games did he win? Okay, let's make a chart of wins and losses for each kid. Peter, Emma, and Kyler. Okay, so Peter had 4 wins and 2 losses. 3 wins, 3 losses. 3 losses and let's say X wins. So the total number of losses has to be equal to the total number of wins, because for every win there is a loss and for every loss there is a win. So the total number of losses here are 8, and the total number of wins here are 7 plus X. So if 7 plus X equals 8, then X has to equal 1. So Kyler won 1 game, B. Question 14 states, Chloe and Zoe are both students in Miss Demeanor's math class. Last night they solved half of the problems in their homework assignment alone, and then solved the other half together. Chloe had correct answers to only 80% of the problems she solved alone, but overall 88% of her answers were correct. Zoe had correct answers to 90% of the problems she solved alone. What was Zoe's overall percentage of correct scores? Okay, let's say that the total number of problems in their homework assignment is X. Then Chloe had correct answers to only 80% of the problems she answered alone. She answered half of the problems alone and she had 80% of them correct. But overall 88% of her answers were correct. So this over, what is it? X plus 1 over 2x times the percentage she got correct. Let's say that's C together. The percentage they got correct together, C over 100 equals 88 over 100. So what we can do is we can divide x out and multiply by 2 to get that 80 over 100 plus C over 100 equals 176 over 100. Multiply by 100 to get that 80. 80 plus C equals 176. So C equals 94. No, wait, sorry. Oops. So it would equal 96. So the percentage of questions that they got correct together is 96. Now let's solve for Zoe's overall percentage. So she had correct answers to 90% of the problems she solved alone. So she had correct answers for 90% of the problems she solved alone. And the problems they solved together have to be the same amount of correct because they did it together. So that's 96 over 100. And all of that over x. So now we just need to find the value of this. So let's erase some stuff over here. So the first step we can do is we can divide x out. So how to do that? We get 1 over 2 times 90 over 100 plus 1 over 2 times 96 over 100. Now we can just add those up. So 45 over 100 plus 48 over 100 equals 93 over 100. So that's 93%. So Zoe had 93% of her answers correct, or C. Question 15 states, in the arrangement of letters and numerals below, by how many different paths can one spell AMC8? Beginning at the A in the middle, a path allows only moves from one letter to an adjacent, above, below, left, or right, but not diagonal letter. One example of such a path is traced in the picture. Okay, so let's go step by step in counting these different probabilities. So first of all, there's only one choice that we can pick for A. It's A, right here. So that would be 1 times. Let's see how many choices there are to pick an M. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 times 4. Then let's see how many choices there are for C. Now we can't just pick like every C here. We can't just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 because you can't go from every C from every M. So let's look at one individual M because this figure or this pathway set out for us is symmetric. So from this M you can go to 1, 2, 3 C's. So that's 3 options. Now let's look at the 8s you can choose. That'll be 1, 2. So 2. So this equals 4 times 3 times 2 equals 24. So that will be 24 paths you can choose, or D. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and subscribe for the rest of the 2017 AMC8.